Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Brian Crombie Radio Hour on Saga 960. So a couple of friends of mine on social media have posted photo shoots that they've done, and they've talked about, number one, how great the photo shoot was, and then number two, how it was something they wanted to do at the birthday or Christmas or Valentine's Day, either for themselves or as a special present to a special someone in their life. And I remember one friend of mine that posted a whole photo shoot, and she bragged about it was the sort of the perfect thing to do to document for her birthday, and it was for her, not for other people. And so I wanted to connect in with the photographer that these people have used, who does some fascinating photos. And the reason why is Valentine's Day is coming up, and some people have suggested that photo shoots around Valentine's Day or birthdays are sort of an interesting thing to do. So I want to introduce you to Ryan Wallet of Lomer Photography. He's got two studios, one in Windsor and one in Kitchener. He lives in Windsor and he travels often around southwestern Ontario for photo shoots. Ryan, welcome to the show. How are you?
I think I'm good. Thank you.
So how'd you get into this?
You know what? I had no desire to do it. A young woman who is a friend of the family, she was being asked to be a runway model for a fashion show, and she says, "Ryan, come take pictures." I'm like, "I don't have a camera." She's like, "Here, use my cell phone." So here I am, a balding, fat, 40-year-old fat guy with a camera or a cell phone taking a picture of a 20-year-old on stage. And security came up to me and asked me what the heck was going on. So when she invited me back the next year, I bought myself a camera, and everything changed from there.
And so is most of your photography, what do you call it? It's like lingerie shots or
I would dare to say more just fitness and glamour fitness. Along with it goes some of the boudoir. I mean, women are, in the best shape of their lives, no matter if they're 40 or 50 or 20. And so they like to show it off sometimes. So
and why is that, do you think?
What is it?
Why is that? Because I've seen your Instagram, and the Instagram site, by the way, is Lomer Photography, and I highly recommend it if you're interested. You got some incredible pictures of some beautiful women that want their pictures taken. Why do they want their pictures taken by you?
A whole collage of things. Sometimes it's, they want to be a model, and they're hoping to start a modeling career. In some cases, it's just to feel good about themselves. They like the experience. Some people are addicted to it. They like the feeling of having their pictures taken and seeing the photos afterwards, and then sharing them and getting feedback. It's an addiction that it's pretty wild. Really,
it's an addiction. Yeah. So they want to come back over and over and over again.
Oh, it's amazing. I'm kind of blown away by how you can win them, and they'll come back again and again, just because they're just so happy with themselves. They're happy with the experience. I'm one of the quotes I say on my Instagram all the time is, we're going to have a lot of fun, and great pictures will just happen. And it's not really about the photo shoot. It's about the experience.
You seem to do a great job of capturing their beauty. Are there secrets in that regard?
Yeah. You know what I find? It's the end of the photo shoot. It sounds crazy. At the beginning of the photo shoot, everybody's nervous and uncomfortable, and they're not sure what to do with their hands and things like that. As the photo shoot goes on, they get them more and more comfortable. They start to see the photos on the back of the camera. I have a TV sometimes where I can set the TV up and you can see themselves on the TV, and they realize, holy crap, I look amazing without Photoshop. And then by the end of the photo shoot, they're so comfortable and so relaxed that the pictures turn out fantastic every single time.
How long have you been doing this now?
Not very long. I've only owned a camera for 5 years. Doing fitness photography for 3-4. Yeah.
Well, it's an incredible business that you've created, and some incredible pictures. So you've talked about these, some of them, want to be models, or they want to, show up their fitness. But some of them, and I've seen some of their posts, just want to document what they look like as they age, because they're proud of their They're proud of their fitness. They're proud of their body. They're proud of their beauty. Do you think people will do this for their birthdays or Valentine's Day?
Yes, actually, right now in queue or booked, I have 5 photo shoots around somebody's birthday, and actually, they're almost all of them are almost around the age of 40. So that's pretty exciting. A lot of it has to do with being 40 and in the best shape of your life and wanting to show it off. And the crazy thing is, they don't always do it for social media. They don't do it for showing people. It is literally just
for themselves.
For themselves. I do a lot of photo shoots that never get on social media. It's for them, or it's for their husband, or it's for the couple's photos that they're just never going to be shown. And I'm okay with that. I don't need, sometimes afterwards they'll go like, yeah, please, you could share that. But most of the time it's never intended to be shared. And I give them, it's all about them, and it's all about having a great time and a great experience.
All the pictures I've seen are female. Do you do men?
I do, but men don't generally want to get their pictures taken. If you ever had a family portrait done, it's the wife and dragging the kids and the husband. So it's pretty rare when I'll get a guy who will want to do a photo shoot. Ironically, I'm doing a photo shoot with my brother soon. It's going to be different. You've
taken some pictures of some incredibly beautiful women. How does your wife feel about that?
Good question. My wife actually handles it quite well. Outside of whenever something is topless, I don't shoot a lot of topless, mainly because I respect my wife, and I want to make sure that that's first and foremost. But at the same time, it's people ask for it and they really want it and they're proud of themselves. They've worked really, really hard. Doesn't matter the circumstances. I'm turning 40 or I'm turning 50. I think one woman was 51 recently. She's proud of how she looks, and so she's like, "Yeah, I want to show off my hard work. I want to do it." So it's one of those things where then I get all nervous and shy and. I stand away and I turn my head as often as possible and only look at them through the little people of the camera and respect them as much as possible.
Is there a way that you get them comfortable?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I tell a lot of jokes. I ask stupid questions that'll make them laugh. One of my favorite ones, it works every single time, is I'll ask them, who's got bigger toes, you or your sister? That'll normally make them laugh instantly. And if it doesn't make them laugh because they're trying to be serious, trying to focus, I'll tell them, I'll go, that was my best joke. And then they'll start laughing because they realize they've ruined my best joke. So eventually I'll get them laugh. But I think the other part is just showing them the back of the camera frequently. Let them see what they look like. Let them know that's what they look like without Photoshop. It's one of those things they don't always know, right? A lot of photographers don't show them. So it's like, it's reassuring them through what they look like through the back of the camera and making them laugh.
Do you tell them what to wear, or do they choose what they wear?
Yeah, that's a team effort. I asked them to send me photos of what they like and what they say pictures they want to emulate. When they do send those photos to me, they were able then to see the outfits that the person's wearing and then come up with them based off of the photos. But I do always encourage one outfit. It's my favorite. I don't remember the Cindy Crawford Pepsi commercial from years ago, the jeans and the white shirt.
Yep.
Yeah, every single photo shoot, jeans and a white top. it's a must. But other than that, I let them kind of choose by the inspirational pictures they send me.
This is an interesting quote. Out of your comfort zone is where the magic happens. Why is that?
because I don't know how to say that. It seems like I can be more creative when I'm out of my comfort zone because I'm doing things I've never done before. You know, I really try to stay inside of a little bit of a box, and when I've been stepping out lately, I am blown away by what me and the models have been able to come up with. So that's kind of where it came from.
Do you tell them how to pose, or do they know how to pose?
I spend about 15, 20 minutes before every photo shoot walking through the whole process. I will, you know, it's my way to laugh and joke with them, and I tell them a bunch of jokes. I guide them with their hands and what to do, the different poses, you know, and why the pose. You know, I explain, you know, if you turned here and you bring this foot over this way, this is why, and I explain to them. I go through in great detail, and it works really, really well because I find when I wasn't doing that in the past, it would take forever for them to get comfortable. When I did that, we have a 20-minute conversation leading before we actually start shooting, and a lot of the foundations are laid out. So that's how I do it.
I've also noticed that some of yours have really interesting lighting. You're either doing black and white, or it's so dark you can't tell if it's black and white. And then the lighting is very dim and just you know, directed on part of the body, not all of the body. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's called low key lighting, and yeah, it's setting up the camera so that the only thing that's seen is whatever the light hits, and then when you take it in Photoshop, you just literally flip it to black and white, and that's what you get. It's pretty fantastic because it really does help show off definition sometimes, or really does emphasize a person's favorite body parts, or if they want to show the shoulders, or they're proud of their legs or their hips or something like that.
What a fascinating business you got yourself into.
Yeah, yeah, I had no intentions of being a photographer. I loved architecture. I did that for 19 years, you know, and I went to school for it, you know, but yeah, it's just, I fell backwards in the photography and just fall in love with it. And just like that, just like it's an addiction to a lot of the models, it is for me too. I just love, you know, getting their feedback. There was this one woman late last year who we did the photo shoot, and 5 times she sent me messages throughout the next day saying, thank you for this photo shoot. And then another one of them says, all women need to do this, you know, and it was like, it really felt good. It really helps.
Why do all women need to do it, do you think? Or why does she think all women need to do it?
I think there's a confidence that you gain afterwards when you go up to leading up to the photo shoot, and you're picking out your outfits, and you know it's gonna look good on you. And then when we're doing the photo shoot and you can see the back of the camera, you see the television, you look, holy crap, I look like that, no, not edited. And then when you get the photos, you're like, wow, these are amazing. And the odd, you know, bad picture here or there is not going to matter because they're looking at the great ones, right? And then they'll get the edits back. They'll choose their favorite pictures, and then they'll get the edits back. And those edits they're like, holy crap, I did look amazing. And then when they post them on social media, or they do show it to their friends privately, their friends will generally comment and congratulate them. So it's like a month worth of love, you know, depending on how often they share the photos.
Most done in studio or outside?
It's funny. I want to do more outside, more on location and stuff like that. But everybody really likes the studios, and so that's why I have 2 of them. And yeah, the majority of the stuff you see is in studio. But yeah, if you go through my Instagram, there is a lot of non-studio stuff that I really, really love.
You sometimes do poses that people have never seen before. How do you come up with these creative poses?
In this one right here, it was literally there was this like sorry, this one right here, it just kind of
happened?
Magically, yeah, just kind of creativity, I guess, kind of just hits you, and you want to, you just want to try something. And the next thing you know, you're like, holy crap, I've never actually seen that before. So it's like, that's how I come up with it.
Some of the pictures almost look like art pieces.
That's kind of the goal. There are some women who come in going, Ryan, I like what you did here. I've come up with some ideas. These are some poses I want to try, and I'll send them I'll send them ideas as well. And yeah, it's a collaboration between the two of us, and it's a lot of fun being creative and coming up with these.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Do you recommend a photo shoot as a present for someone for Valentine's Day?
Absolutely. And it can go multiple ways. This one gentleman last year bought a photo shoot for his wife. I didn't do the photo shoot until December, because when she found out about it, she wanted to get in shape. And we ended up doing a photo shoot and having a great time. And we're planning on doing another photo shoot in about a week or so. Just because she enjoyed it so much. A lot of people do photo shoots for their social media, or just the significant other, just private photos for them. It's absolutely worth it for Valentine's Day.
If people want to contact you and maybe check out doing a photo shoot, how do they do that?
There's multiple ways. You can get hold of me through Instagram and Facebook. My website has a place where you can get a hold of me, and I'm pretty much, you can find me almost anywhere. LinkedIn, Twitter, you name it.
Tell us what the Instagram site is.
Instagram is Lomer Photography. It's LOMER Photography. It's my grandfather was named Lomer. His middle name was, but he didn't like his first name, so he went with Lomer. My dad's middle name was Lomer. My middle name was Lomer. My little man, his name is Lomer, and so that's where I came up with the name Lomer Photography. And so it's Lomer Photography. It's same thing on Lomer Photography on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, same thing all over the place.
And the website, same thing?
Yes, www.lomerphotography.com.
Do you do couples at all?
I do a lot of couples. A lot of times those are never seen on social media. I do some occasional model and her guy, and they're a lot of fun. I've learned some secrets though. Don't show the photos to the gentleman before you show it to the women during a shoot. So if they say, "Hey, what about this pose?" Never show it to the guy. The guy's like, "Yes, I want to do that." Or the women are like, they generally don't. They'll do it because their husband or boyfriend are excited about it. But when they get the photos back, a lot of times they're like, "Yeah, I don't know about this one," or "I don't know about that one." So what I've learned now is when I'm finding photos and we're discussing photos, I do it with the woman completely and only this way. This way she's comfortable with what's being taken.
Ryan Ouellette, thank you so much for joining us and telling us a little bit about your business and sharing with us some of your photos. They're absolutely fascinating. And I love the idea of doing this for either a birthday or for Valentine's Day, giving it as a present for someone special, either giving the photo shoot or giving the results of the photo shoot to someone special. And you really, you do a great job in capturing people. I love the lighting. I like the poses. Thank you so much for sharing your talent with us.
Thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Well, that's our show for tonight. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Good night.